The following video has been approved by the Jetty marketing team. The video has been rated Jetty. The following video may not be suitable for all viewers. G'day mate, and welcome back to more Dyson Sphere Program with me, Jetty. Yeah, I keep wanting to say Dyson Sphere Project. Doesn't matter. G'day mate, and welcome back. So today we've got a couple of things we wanted to get done. We want to set up oil cracking. That's going to be really important. I did speak about it last episode, but today we need to actually set it up. And the other thing I want to do is I want to double my labs because our little red belt of goodness is spanning halfway across the map, all the way back to this storage container almost. So we need to definitely double up our labs. Now, I am going to leave intentionally a one-tile gap in the middle in case eventually we end up with a situation where we need to feed in more sciences. It's much easier to fit it in if you pre-leave the gap rather than working out after the fact. Putting a sorter in there and a sorter in there. Oh, power. Yeah, sure, power. Power. No, there's no way I can fit a wind turbine in there. Build power pole. Okay, so that'll get our processor researched faster. In the meantime, I'm going to go do some prep work for our refineries. When I say prep work, I mean I'm going to run around and harvest all the resources off the ground because we've got everything pre-crafted. We're literally just waiting on the research. So we'll be back in a sec to set up that cracking. And that was the research we were waiting for. Yes, you might notice DSP has had a small update. We now have our mech finally learnt how to turn on a torch and now produces some light. So it means I can at least do some things at night time, but at the same time, you might notice I'm just dropping off my wares. We have our little storage container here for rarer resources, and I have just set up this single smelter here to convert our stone into silicon, just to get rid of what stone we can find, along with any titanium I've dug up from the rocks on the ground, along with the plant material. Now that we have real fuel, I'm saving the plant material because we're going to need it later for organic crystals. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's go set up some cracking. Yep, fly into the sunrise. There's the chem plants. Okay, so we need to set up cracking, which is going to require many chem plants. We're lucky somebody managed to last episode craft a bunch of extra chemical plants between episodes, so we're going to put 1, 2, 3. Nope. Because I find the copy paste recipe an absolute pain in the butt, we're going to set the recipe on the first one to X-ray cracking, and then we're going to copy and paste. That way it comes with the pre-made recipe set up. That one, and that one. And as in my tutorial video, which I'll link up the top right hand corner, these guys are going to consume all the hydrogen we're currently outputting. So, actually, something else that was pointed out in the comments, which is a really good tip, is I should filter these to the two corresponding things, just in case there's a boo-boo. There shouldn't be a boo-boo, ever. There should never, ever be a boo-boo, but, you know, mistakes happen. Alright, we're going to run this belt of our hydrogen down this side, like so. And at the same time, because the bots are slow, we're going to run... I really wish I'd made this guy one, actually. Can we craft one of them, please? I don't think... I think we'll just go with that variety. Yeah, that should do us. We'll raise it up. Okay, have you come across, and then down in height, and then down to ground level, Oh, really? One tile short? Alright, we'll move it back a tile. There. Run that belt along that side. Have your outputs, which are going to come into here. And actually, you know what? We're going to have another splitter just to make my life easier. Put that on top. And yeah, we can hook that up even if it doesn't exist yet. And then really I'd like to put the output belt there, but those power poles are in the way. Alright, give me a second whilst I just move everything over a tile or two to the left. And we're just waiting on sunrise and enjoying all the oil refineries. The oil refineries? Oil refineries. Yes, oil refineries are powered up at night. Now, we're about to turn this on, okay? And it should be as simple as coming into here and telling our splitter here to prioritize to pump the refined oil out, and also tell this guy to pump the hydrogen out here. That should be all it takes, okay? With those two materials, these chemical plants should get up and running. Now, I admit I didn't plan this out terribly well, and unfortunately we're requiring 2 hydrogen to output 3 hydrogen. Honestly, I should have had the hydrogen probably on the closer lanes on each side, but it should be enough. It should be enough. More importantly, as we're pumping out hydrogen from the system, we're feeding it back into this system to further increase the amount of hydrogen here. Now, ratios wise, okay, first off, we're going to remove that filter. We just need a priority, not a filter. Good question. I can't remember. We're making 3 hydrogen per second. We're bringing it out here, and we're turning that into 4.5 hydrogen per second. But I'd like more. More importantly, I'd like less refined oil, because even though I moved everything over a tile, I've got a little bit more room. I think we have enough room to build a second set of refineries right here beside our first set of refineries and double up everything a second time. Obviously, we need to find something to do with the refined graphene, which I think for the moment we're just going to move. Come on, Icarus. There to there. You know, throw in a storage container so it can become a later JD problem. Later JD gets all the best problems. We'll give it 3 sorters, so it definitely going to run at full speed with their own dedicated power pole. But yeah, I think I'm going to... Oh, hang on. You need to also... Hey, you. Not have a filter. Just have a priority. Okay, I think we're going to also put in just one more quick cut as I go literally double everything, because we don't have a use for the refined oil just yet. So I'd like to basically convert everything into hydrogen. If we're already taking the 3 that we're having, we're converting it into 4.5. I should be able to work another splitter into this magic somewhere and take our 4.5 and potentially... Oh, we get drones flying a little bit faster. That's definitely going to be worth it. Take our 3, convert it to 4.5. I could technically take our 4.5 and convert it into... what would that be? 6 and a bit? 3 convert to another 4.5. 1.5 we convert to another 3. So what's that? 7.5? 7.5? Yeah, I should be able to do that. It's still going to give us... It'd only halve the amount of refined oil we currently have. We're outputting 6, even though the belt's not quite full, which is just down to... I think the game needs a couple of optimizations. I find... Actually, you're not running. Why are you not running? You're not running because you can't output the oil. Why can't you output the oil? Oh, because JD in his infinite wisdom put a sorter from machine to machine. There you go. It's the little things. It's the little things, like, you know, machines having an output. That should keep that. That should make that a full line. Do I have any other minus symbols? You have a minus symbol. You don't have any oil. Again, it's the simple things. The simple things make the best things unbroken. Okay, and then providing I haven't messed those up, yeah, that's... Yes, that's working fine. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to double it again, just because I can. It's going to give us more refined graphene, which we can turn to power with Jitty might have pre-planned a little bit, and...
A thermal power station. Such power facilities need to consume chemical energy fuels. If you want it to generate continuous and stable power, you need to ensure a sufficient fuel supply at all times.
Yep, and I think doubling our oil, and oil is one of the infinite resources. If we come out to map view and whichever we, whoop, that one N, which we haven't really looked at yet. Oil is listed in a per second rate. So of course I set my resources to be infinite. They're not technically infinite, just each patch happens to be 1 billion. But you'll find even on your own planet, your oil's listed in a per second rate. Because it's a per second rate, it's an infinite resource. If we go to our ice giant, we can see we have fire ice and hydrogen here. They're both, we're not going to get to harvesting them in any hurry, but they're also a per second rate. If we go over to, which I haven't even looked at these yet, this one is the one that has our titanium. So eventually, later game, not for a little while, we need to go over here and grab some titanium, which rotates in the reverse direction. Oh, that's new. That's a satellite, so it's a moon. That's an ice giant. That's been the first time I've seen that. It's rotating in the opposite direction? Or the planet rotates backward? Is the planet... Oh, the planet rotates backward. Actually, orbital period. Okay, somebody who's way better in the better at the maths than I am might be able to go down to the comment section. That doesn't look like it's moving. Do you look like you're moving? No. Okay, maybe they just don't rotate. Okay, so as I was saying, we have this planet has titanium. It's in a reverse rotation, so it's going to, rather than the sun rising in the east and setting in the west, it's going to rise in the west and set in the east, which is going to be different. And this particular one has our silicon. Oh, it also has titanium, so we can only go to one of our planets and grab the two resources we don't have on our own planet and grab them from here. At the same time, it also has a rare resource. These are highlighted here at fire ice at 10 billion ore. So with that said, I'm going to go back to simple things, small things. I'm going to go double this. We'll be back in a tick, and then we'll work out what we're going to do with all our energetic graphite, which is still very, very helpful for powering up our mecha. Anyway, we'll be back in a sec. And we're back. So, it should be, had to do some rearranging of some belts, as you can expect, but it should be as easy as just coming in here again and prioritizing you to come out on that side and in there. And as you can see, all these have a minus symbol beside the recipe, and you might notice that is because they are they're not running. That's how I could notice the other two were not running 100%. They had a minus symbol beside them. It is a little bit deceptive, I guess, because if we look at this oil extractor, if I can get close enough, come on. This one's mostly backed up. So if things are backed up, you won't always get that little minus symbol there. You're not getting oil. Why are you not getting oil? Oh boy. Because I sort of misclicked in a bad way, which is going to break so many other things. Can I just remove just that one sorter, please? Okay. No. Belt. Move there. Yeah, it's a little bit tight in here. So that's input for refined oil. Okay, that removed that minus symbol. Great. And that was moving what to what? That was moving oil onto that belt, which has to have gone somewhere in here. Haha! There we go. Okay, I can burn refined oil. We might as well. It's not terribly efficient, but we just want to get rid of it because honestly, our storage is it's filling up. So I'm really glad I turned on that second cracking. it's going to, and the way this sort of works is it's going to prioritize pushing things out here to make sure this belt stays full so we can crack more material, and then it's going to pump out the excess in here. So now we can see we went from a very, very full belt of refined oil with a little bit of hydrogen to a fairly empty belt of refined oil with a lot of hydrogen. Now, we're going to need refined oil later on in the game. We'll sort that out later in the game. We'll probably build a second oil refinery dedicated to making refined oil and use some priority system, maybe, to get rid of the hydrogen. It's going to be one of these dynamic things we're going to have to keep dealing with as the game progresses. But what I do need to do is we need to get rid of the energetic graphite as a byproduct. So we're going to spaghetti some belts through here because I don't know if this is going to be temporary or permanent. Let's just bring that to there, and then bring it down to ground level in a straight line, and we'll just whack that straight across the front, because our best option for right now is research. Our best option for right now is, we'll have that one first actually. Our best option is technologies. Okay, I want to grab faster belts. Titanium smelting sounds good, but we're going to need titanium before we do that. We're going to want crystal smelting. Crystal smelting actually turns that graphene, the energetic graphene, graphite, whatever it is, into diamonds. So we're going to want that eventually. Also, the crystal silicon that we've been finding, well, I've been finding by randomly digging up, digging up rocks around the ground, along with processing or processing stone directly into silicon. We're going to need that eventually to make silicon and then make the silicon crystals. So we might as well grab that research as well. What other research do we want? Deuterium fractionator. This will let us get a deuterium from hydrogen, which is probably a good idea whilst we have a lot of hydrogen. We also, it's another research that'll give us some use for our refined oil, so I grab that research as well. Hydrogen fuel rods, they're the ones a lot of people have been asking about because they actually require titanium. Honestly, you don't need them, but we'll get to that later with spaceflight. And that is a bigger and better engine. Sure, let's just tick off all the research. Look, let's add that on as well. That's 7 researchers done as our queue full. It is nighttime, of course it's nighttime. So first thing I want to do is we're going to want to empty our storage. So I want to have an output, and we'll remove 2 of those. So I'll actually output. We're going to take our generator with us because we're going to make some power. Just a little bit of power, all the power. I have 6 generators here. You know what? Can I get another 12? And we're going to start this end because after all that building, our power network is, not exactly happy with us. So let's go through and fix our power situation. We're going to do this by burning off that graphene, which is a byproduct. Same time, I can burn the thermal power stations burn anything. Anything that has a fuel value, they can burn them. So all that, no. Yeah, I already dumped some in there. I've dumped 99 in that one. I'm going to dump 99 in that one. Put that there. Hold control. Click on that. Just to get this stuff out of my inventory. Also, pro tip. If your inventory is a little bit of a mess, as long as you don't have any other inventories open, if you control click in a blank area, it does the sort for you. Very, very, very handy. Okay, we want to... generator there. So it's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 in a row. Now, obviously, we're going to need some sorters to top these guys up. And if I hold one of these, you can see power network wise. Actually, we've got an overlay for power network. Hey, overlay for power network. We can see these guys have a little power range each, so they're going to actually spread power from machine to machine to machine, which is really, really handy. Also, they'll power up their own sorter at the front. You just need to make sure that at some stage they connect back into the main network. So we're going to power all these guys up. I'm going to remove the excess belt off the end. And then the other cool thing we can do with these guys is, if there's room here, please be room here. Nope. Okay. We can daisy chain them. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Rather than trying to run a belt between every single one of them, we're going to build a nice straight line of them. Can I get another fuel? Whoop. Just one of them, please. Thank you. There. No, that's wrong. There. There. And we're going to walk through the whole lot, going power to power. Power to power. You might notice I've also put these very close to one another. And they're actually completely happy. I don't know why most buildings have to be 2 tiles away from one another. But the power generators don't. But I do know that that has definitely fixed our power situation. We're doing much better on the power front. We're not doing great on the tank front. That research I'd really like to finish right about 3, 2, 4, 3, 3. Come on. 0. Done. We get 1 extra layer of storage, which we are definitely going to use right now.
You have unlocked the vertical construction technology. When building facilities such as Matrix Lab, storage, and storage tank, you can try to build them vertically to make more efficiency use of space.
Okay, and that particular research gave us 2 extra for the Matrix Labs, and then we're going to need another 2 as well for the other end, because we're going to double up this end, and then we're going to go to the other end, and we're going to double up the other end as well, because I want research faster. So it's going to build them even higher. Now we do need to hang around for a second and make sure they actually get filled, because there is a chance that our sorters are not fast enough to fill these guys, and I would hazard a guess of no, they're not fast enough to fill these guys. So we're going to rather than use a faster sorter, sorry, I'm just going to double them up, and same with the bottom. Oh, well, the other end we can do hydrogen there, hydrogen. Need a valid what? Oh, hydrogen there, hydrogen there. We're also going to check our output now. Yeah, they're powered. Yes, that's up and running. And check our output. 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Alright. And then same with the other end. We'll just stop at our storage matrix container thingamajiggy bob. That one, I'm going to dump off our silicon and our stone and our titanium and other odds and ends we've found. Oh, that's right, I've got double the labs, so I actually am going to need 2 more. Alright, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and come on. There we go. So I should double up our electromagnetic matrix. Also should double up our labs as well. We can see this one doesn't have research just yet. It's doing a little bit better. And yeah, that one's already running at full speed. Just double check the bottom. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, that one sorter at the bottom has to output everything. As you see, the numbers are slowly building up. So we're going to need a second sorter here to output the blue cubes faster. At the same time, you've already got 2 in. Okay, so you with 2 in are running fine. Belt's backing up, but that sorter is definitely not fast enough. So we'll add a second one in as well. And move you out of the way and move you out of the way. What's that? Unlock conveyor belt with a larger carrying capacity and a sorter with a faster sorting speed and storage with a larger capacity. So now we actually have tier 3 sorters along with the tier 2 sorters, and we also have storage. We have a bigger storage container. So this one had 30 slots, that one had 60 slots. I'd love a larger liquid tank, but we don't have the access to that. Not just yet. And I would assume... turn that on. Okay, I'd assume that we're going to need 2 sorters input for our red science as well. One there, and that belt doesn't line up. Okay, we're going to have to do a zigzag. A temporary, not intentional at all, zigzag on the belt. No, that's wrong. You were meant to come down to ground level. Quick, before the sun sets. Before the sun sets. There to there. And we're going to remove that. And bop, 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 bop. Done. Alright. So that should keep research running away happily. We're doing 360 hashes per second. Let's just check our production stats real quick. Research in the last 10 minutes. It was maxing out at whatever that was. Yeah, that's the... Oh, 600. 600. Okay. And production. If we look at these guys, we're producing 73 of these per minute. If we look at the last 1 minute, it's down to 93. These ones are 100, so I'm guessing this is missing a few materials. That's what it has to be. I apologize for it being dark. At least Icarus' area is light. Yeah, that one's not running. Alright, why are you not running? It can't be a hydrogen problem. It's a carbon problem. Okay. So I got two choices. We can either double up our smelting, which is probably not a bad idea, or we could take some output off this. I'm probably going to double... We are going to, actually. Remove. We're going to double up lack of item. Okay. Production. We want production. Can I get 5 of those? That'll do me. Power. I'll put a power there and a power there. Actually, my belts only move 6 items per second. How many do you use? You use 2 over 2 seconds. So you're using 1 item per second. I don't think I have room to double that up. You're outputting who knows. You're outputting who knows because you're not moving. Alright. We're going to attempt. This might work, it might not. I know I could steal off this, but I'd really prefer if that graphene goes to power. Because then I just don't have to worry about it. Go away, tree. I don't have to worry if it... As long as it doesn't extremely back up. We'll run that into there. This is a prime candidate for a splitter. Oh look, I got a splitter on me. Okay, so we'll use a splitter in just a second. We'll just up this, up this, up that one, get that one, and that one up and running, along with power over there. Remove all that stuff. Yeah, all that can go away. We'll put a splitter there. Sure. That goes in there. That goes in there. That outputs onto that belt. And outputs on that belt. And that should fix our problem. We should be able to bring up to 6 in here. Up to 6 in here. Unfortunately, that definitely doesn't output 6. That outputs 180 per minute, which is 3. So half of this is not going to run. But it's something. It's something. Hopefully it's enough to keep this running. On top of that, well, that's now backed up, so that's also going to help. But that should hopefully be enough to keep them all running. And by the way research is hammering along, I would say it probably is. So with that, I'm actually going to leave this episode here. A little bit of a shorter episode, maybe. I haven't looked at how much footage there is. But next episode, I think we need to run on and find something to do with our refined oil. We are in the process of unlocking... Actually, we've already got... Is it that one? That's sulfuric acid. So we already have access to both plastic and sulfuric acid. So we're going to have more things that energetic graphene needs to go into. So we're going to have to get some plastic up and running, which is probably going to lead to some appliance semiconductor, which is going to require sulfuric acid, which we already have right here, which is stone, water, and oil. Okay, that's great. What else? And also organic crystals. Organic crystals are, I'll give you a hint, they're actually a product on the way to our next structural matrix. They're actually required to make titanium crystals. They also require titanium, so that's something else we're going to have to look at in the next episode. Making a trip requires thruster. Where's thruster? Thruster. Down there. That's queued. We want that research. And then obviously, we're going to want that research. Because we're going to have to start looking at going to another planet to get some titanium. We do have some basic titanium. And did we do the research for titanium smelting? No, not yet. It's still in the queue somewhere. So we do have some amount of titanium. That's 486. It's not even close to the amount we're going to need to actually start getting to another planet. So, yeah. Next episode, probably going to do a little bit of space exploration. And no, we'll get the chemical stuff set up next episode. Episode after that, we're going to go into planetary, which goes to that one. We're going to go out to Zeta Zigtari, the fourth. Yeah, that's going to be our next plan. Anyway, with all that said, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I do hope you're enjoying. If you're new here, click the subscribe button at the same time, because we are doing not only Dyson Sphere Project here on YouTube, I'm also doing it over on Twitch. You'll find a link, URL down the bottom corner, link up the top right-hand corner. I might be streaming it right now. You never know. You can go check me out. If I'm not, click a follow button over there and get a notification next time I go live. Finally, if you're new here, like I said, click the like button, click the subscribe button. Make sure you get notified about the next video, especially as I'm popping out tutorial videos on Dyson Sphere as fast as I possibly can. With all that said, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you're enjoying, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, bye.